The News Hour Special Edition.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and thank you for tuning in to this special weekend edition of the News Hour. All eyes are focused on what could happen in the next 30 minutes. Why do we say this? Because in the next 30 minutes, we would know whether whatever the entire country has been praying for vis-a-vis Vinesh Fogart could actually turn into a reality. Will Vinesh Fogart get what she deserves, a joint silver? Do remember, she's fought for this. She deserves this. She defeated her opponent in a fair and square match. She did get disqualified, but then she has appealed that entire decision. So all eyes are on that ad hoc division of the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which is expected to very, very shortly, in the next 30 minutes now, pronounce its verdict on Fogart's plea against a disqualification and seeking a joint silver medal. The hearing in the case concluded just about yesterday. It lasted a good 3 hours. And Vinesh was a part of this virtually. India, remember, had also roped in the top legal luminaries like Harish Salve and Vidushpat Singhania, who's actually fought such cases umpteen number of times to represent Fogart. And after this hearing, you had the Indian Olympic Association that did indicate that it is hoping for a positive resolution, much like all of us tonight are really hoping. The main argument of Fogart's legal team was that she did not commit any fraud. They say this was a fair play, not any foul play. Again, something extremely important. Also, they said this weight gain that happened was, after day one. This is when she fought her game. She fought these 3 bouts. She won those matches. So clearly, she deserves the silver. Then they also said that this is a part of the body's natural recovery process, and this is, how her body will also gain some bit of energy post those very significant and stressful bouts. Terming the expulsion as disproportionate response, her legal team has argued that the consequences of disqualification have been too severe, given the minimal excess in weight. The entire country, right from August the 7th, where, remember, this decision really came out, has stood solidly behind Vinesh. With all the sporting legends, not just from here in the country, but even abroad, throwing all their weight behind the ace wrestler. Sachin Tendulkar also has batted for Fogart. He has said that please give her her due. Her due is her silver. He says it's unfair that we are robbing her of a deserving silver that defies logic and any kind of sporting sense. Abhinav Bindra, who's India's very first Olympic gold medalist, has hailed Fogart as a fighter. In fact, that's a picture that he clicked with her. And if you look at it very closely, something that I noticed the moment I saw that picture is that she's definitely feeling defeated. She's feeling cheated. Now, Abhinav Bindra has said that every child will want to face any kind of life with the resilience that Fogart has displayed, and we must honor her commitment. We must honor all the effort that she has put forward in defeating her opponent, who, remember, was the reigning world number 1, undefeated 82 times. That is whom you had Vinesh defeating. Even the US wrestling great Jordan Burroughs also demanded a silver medal for Fogart. He's also called for changes in the wrestling rules. He says we've had enough. You need to rethink. You need to relook at these rules. Saying that after a semi-final victory, medals of both the finalists should be secured even if the weight is missed on day 2. And remember, there has been a lot of conversation on why these rules were changed just in 2016. Is there a time now to relook at this? The entire clamour has been building up. It's just close to about 9:04. 9:30 is when we are expecting this verdict. But first up, let's listen in to the very significant reactions that have come in from our heroes, from our champions. Everyone says that Vinesh must get her silver.
देखो जी, हमको सबको पता है मेडल मिलेगा तो बहुत ही अच्छा रहेगा. एक मेडल नहीं मिलेगा तो वो हमको पता है कि जो सिचुएशन जो हुई, अगर वो नहीं होती तो मेडल तो वैसे ही पक्का था. अगर मिलता है तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, नहीं मिलेगा तो हमको सबको दिल से पता है. लेकिन पता नहीं, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वो जब तक मेडल नहीं होता गले में, वो एक चीज़ रह ही जाती है. लोग थोड़े दिन तक याद करते हैं, बोलेंगे कि यू आर आवर चैम्पियन, हमारे लिए आप चैम्पियन हो. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि जब तक वो मोमेंट ना हो, हम पोडियम पे ना हो, तो वो बहुत जल्दी भूल भी जाते हैं. तो मुझे ये डर है बस, अगर लोग नहीं बोलेंगे तो मेडल है नहीं है उससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा। बस मैं लोगों से ये रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि जो विनेश ने किया है अपनी कंट्री के लिए उसको ना भूलें बस।
अगर हम बाकी स्पोर्ट्स की बात करें तो एक जो सबसे चर्चित था पूरे ओलंपिक्स में वो था विनेश का जो परफॉर्मेंस, बहुत हार्ट ब्रेक हुई। प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने भी बात की, ट्वीट किया विनेश को लेकर। आप भी दुखी थे कि एक टॉप परफॉर्मर आपकी जो कंटिजेंट के भाग थी बस 100 ग्राम से चूक हुई है।
जरूर सर, जब सर कोई एथलीट अपनी पूरी लाइफ एक गेम को देता है सर, उसके बाद ओलंपिक के इतने ज़्यादा मतलब कि पास में वो थे कि फाइनल खेल सकते थे एंड देन ऐसा होता है। तो सर कोई भी एथलीट हो, चाहे सर हमारे देश का हो या कोई भी देश का हो, तो सर दिल तो सर एक बात तो सर सैड तो फील बहुत ज़्यादा हम करते ही हैं, और बट सर पार्ट ऑफ द गेम है, पार्ट ऑफ द लाइफ है सर, एंड यू हैव टू सर मतलब जो भी आगे आएगा उसको आपको देखना चाहिए।
So just a little over 24 minutes. I see both Karishma and Anureel who've been tracking this story from Paris and from India respectively right now. You know, Karishma, we've seen what has happened so far. We've seen the entire timeline. We've also seen the arguments that have been put forward by Vinesh, where she says that this was a fair play, not any foul play, also in saying that this wasn't an act of any fraud. And you know, this is just a part of my body recovering the energy that it has lost. Karishma, what is your sense? What could we see in the next few minutes?
Well, it's absolutely Deepti. We'll have to wait and see what the order is going to be from the Court of Arbitration for Sports. Like you said, it's about 20 minutes to go. 6 p.m. local time, 9:30 p.m. IST is when the CAS is supposed to give out the verdict. Remember, they asked for a 24-hour extension. They were given, what we're given to understand is that the arguments were not really on technical basis, but on the fundamental right of the athlete and the physical integrity of the athlete, which in this case, of course, is Vinesh Phogat. So we'll have to wait and see whether, you know, the appeal for a shared silver is given or not, because you had the IOC president, the International Olympic Committee president, you know, speaking to the media and saying that, you know, there is no provision for a shared silver or 2 silver medals. And what if tomorrow another athlete comes up and says, I am just 102 grams over? So what do? We give a silver medal to the one who is 100 grams over, but not to the one who's 102 grams over. So these are the kind of arguments that are coming in. So we'll really have to wait and see what happens when the verdict comes out. Like I said, 20 minutes to go. But the fact that it has been delayed makes it all the more interesting, because in the beginning everyone was thinking that this is an open and shut case wherein the rules have, you know, not been followed, so it is not going to be in Venesh's favor. But now that there has been a delay and everyone is really debating over it, makes you, you know, feel like maybe there is more to it, and maybe there are more arguments that we do not know of that are being deliberated over. So we will really have to wait and see what happens in the next 20 minutes when the verdict comes out.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the counter, just a little over 22 minutes, you know, Arunil. And I just want to take that point ahead, what Karishma just mentioned, because this is interesting. When the court takes some additional time to look at this entire verdict, to deliver a verdict, what is it that one should be hoping for? Because clearly you have tons of people, not just here in India, but across the world, who've said that you need to relook at the rules. There are times, and I was figuring out what are the instances where the CAS has overturned certain decisions. You know, this is not just vis-a-vis the Olympics, but a lot of other things, whether this was Sharapova's drug ban that got reduced, Halep's doping ban that gets cut short, or CAS lifting the Man City UEFA ban. There have been significant occasions when this has happened. What could be the repercussions of a decision either ways, you know, Arunil, at 9:30 today?
Well, this is the last hope for Vinesh Phogat, as well as innumerable of her fans, the IOA as well. Now, she has been represented by the former Solicitor General of India, Hari Salve. Many of the fans were saying that he is the Neeraj Chopra of law, and he has basically aptly presented the case of Vinesh Phogat as well. Now, what were the arguments that were basically raised, Aditi? The arguments for IOA basically were that Vinesh Phogat on Tuesday was under the 50 kg weight category. She fought 3 bouts. That may have led to a muscle weight increase because of the strain that was implied by her during these three bouts. After these three bouts as well, she basically was feeling dehydrated. A normal recovery process had to be followed. Food and water had to be given to her. And basically, the IOA is also requesting the IOC to consider the fact that the health of the athlete is always given prime importance. It has been considered paramount. And if the health of the athlete was feeling dehydrated, she should be given proper food as well as proper fluids so that he recovers on time. Also, the IOA basically had mentioned about the fact that the distance between the bout which had taken place inside the stadium as well as the games village was more. So probably Vinesh Phogat got less time to shut down on the excess weight as well. Now, coming to what we can expect from the CS, Thomas Bach, the IOC chief, basically has said that it is impossible, at least in their jurisdiction, to give 2 silver medals. 1 silver medal is already been allotted or given to the Cuban who lost the final. Also basically said that whatever the CAS basically rules, the IOC, it will be impending on the IOC to accept it. Basically said that there are emotions related to the Vinesh Phogat case and they will be basically following the update or the order from the Court of Arbitration of Sports. The whole of India, in fact, many from across the sports world are following this order, which is expected in more than 20 minutes.
Absolutely. You know, because Arunil, this will not just have an impact on us, as in us here in India, vis-a-vis the Vinicius case, but I think throughout the world. And that is why, you know, when we say that when it comes to Olympics, the rules are pretty hard. Is it a time to relook at those rules, you know, keeping in mind this weight consideration and much more? I also have a panel of guests that is joining us. So Arunil and Karishma, what we'll do is we'll, you know, just keep switching amongst everyone so that we have the quick update and the best analysis also here. And as I introduce our panel of guests, Kripa Shankarji, who's an Arjuna Awardee wrestler and coach with us. We also have Sanjay Hegde, who's a senior advocate. We also have Shilpi Jain joining us, again a lawyer from the Supreme Court. Shimon Sharif is a former international shooter. I say good evening to all of you. Ranjit Bajaj also, I'm told, director of the Minerva Academy, is also with us. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, you had Sachin Tendulkar just taking to the social media just about yesterday where he said every sport has rules and those rules need to be seen in context, maybe even revisited at times, clearly telling us that no rule is cast in stone. Ultimately, rules are made by all of us. We are human beings. He said Vinesh Phogat qualified fair and square for the finals. Her disqualification by weight was before the finals. And hence, for her to be robbed of a deserving silver medal defies logic and sporting sense. Shimon, let's begin by asking you, because, you know, we've been conversing on a lot of these games, a lot of other athletes, and, you know, what it takes to achieve what someone like Vinesh has achieved. So we are not just speaking for Vinesh, but I think everyone else today who's going to be keenly looking at what the court will say in the next 16 minutes.
Well, it takes sweat and blood to reach there. Vinesh has suffered a lot in her career. She's worked very hard. She's shown a lot of dedication towards her sport. She's been very true to herself, and she's had a very long journey. And we all remember her participation in the last 2 Olympics in Rio, where she had to be stretched out after that semi-final bout, or before that bout, and also her participation in 2021 Tokyo Olympics, where she could not again move to the medal round. We were all very hopeful and were praying that Vinesh would go through to the finals, which she did, and we were expecting to have the first Indian woman to become an Olympic champion, if not that, the first Indian woman wrestler to win an Olympic silver, but none of that happened as things turned out because of only a mere 100 grams weight. She was disqualified. Nonetheless, the fight was absolutely legitimate. She had followed all the rules. all her bouts on that day were well within the rules because she was under 50 kg. This only happened once she was in the finals.
Yes.
This overweight. And as per, if you look at it from a logical point of view, yes, she definitely deserves a silver medal. And I hope and pray with fingers crossed that a very thoughtful and a very decision is made and Vinesh comes back with a silver.
Oh, yes. And before I turn into the two lawyers in the panel, both Sanjay Hegde and Shilpi, who again have been looking at the legal aspect of the entire case. And I get in Ranjit also. Kripa Shankar ji, कुछ दिन पहले हम भी आपसे बात कर रहे थे और मुझे याद है कि आपने बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से समझाया था कि किसी भी खेल में एक टेक्निक होती है. अब देखिए, स्पोर्ट्स का पहला रूल ही होता है स्पोर्ट्समैनशिप. तो ऐसे में क्या जो कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन है उसको भी किसी तरह की स्पोर्ट्समैनशिप दिखानी चाहिए, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली खिलाड़ी एक लेवल तक पहुंचा, उसने वो खेल खेला, उसने किसी को डिफीट किया है, तो वो मेडल का हकदार तो बनता है ना. आपने उसको डिस्क्वालीफाई कर दिया, लेकिन जहां तक वो जीता है, जो उसने जीत खुद हासिल की है, कोई कैसे उसको वो मेडल डिनाई कर सकता है?
देखिए, यूनाइटेड वर्ल्ड रेसलिंग के रूल्स हैं और उस रूल्स के हिसाब से तो संभव नहीं है. आईओसी अपने स्तर पर निर्णय ले सकती है, क्योंकि पहले दिन तो उसने सारे मुकाबले जीते ही हैं जी. और उसके अलावा अगर योगेश्वर दत्त के मेडल की बात करें, हम योगेश्वर दत्त ने जो ओलंपिक में मेडल जीता था और उनसे तो रशियन पहलवान जीत के गोल्ड मेडल जीत गया था और उनकी रैंकिंग को बदल रहे थे जब, बिल्कुल, तो ये मना कर दिया क्योंकि उसका एक्सीडेंट हो गया था और वो उनका देहांत हो गया था रशियन रेसलर्स का. तो और उसके बाद डोप की रिपोर्ट आई थी, तो डोप में वो पॉजिटिव डोप में पाए गए थे. योगेश्वर दत्त की रैंकिंग बढ़ा रहे थे, लेकिन उसने मानवता और उसकी भावना दिखाते हुए कहा कि नहीं, उनके परिवार को समर्पित जो मेडल कर दिया गया है अब वो इस दुनिया में नहीं है. तो कहीं ना कहीं क्यूबन रेसलर्स और जैपनीज रेसलर्स को इस तरह का बड़ा दिल दिखाना चाहिए था कि भाई हमको हराने वाली पहलवान बाहर हो रही है, तो कम से कम ये यहाँ पर एक मानवता दिखी नहीं. दूसरी बात है कि अगर आईओसी चाहे, क्योंकि अब विनेश जो है फाइनल खेलने की बात नहीं कर रही है, क्योंकि फाइनल अगर बात करती तो क्यूबन रेसलर को रैपेचेस खेलना पड़ता, ब्रॉन्ज मेडल, और जापानीज रेसलर उनको आपस में ब्रॉन्ज के लिए भिड़ना पड़ता, तो एक ही मिलता. अब वो दोनों, एक ने ब्रॉन्ज पा लिया और एक ने सिल्वर मेडल मिल गया, तो अब उनकी रैंकिंग प्रभावित नहीं हो रही है. ज्वाइंट सिल्वर मेडल हम चाह रहे हैं, तो ज्वाइंट सिल्वर मेडल आईओसी दे सकती है. अगर यूनाइटेड वर्ल्ड रेसलिंग के रूल्स में नहीं आता है तो उनके नियमों को प्रभावित किए बिना आईओसी अपनी तरफ से सिल्वर मेडल विनेश को दे सकती है. और बाकी अपने वकील कितनी मुस्तैदी से इस मामले को उठाते हैं और पूरे देश की दुआएं विनेश के साथ है.
बिल्कुल. और मैं घड़ी पर भी लगातार नजर लगाया हुआ है मैंने, तो 12 मिनट है लगभग, till we will have that verdict coming in. Now, Sanjay, in law there is an element of a substantial compliance. Now, should that not allow some bit of flexibility here when you look at the entire rules? There have been a lot of lawyers who opine that there is a lacuna here that possibly should be fixed. Do you believe that this possibly is a good and a fit case that the Court of Arbitration can look at and have a positive judgment?
I can hope for a positive judgment, but then any fixing of the rules will only be prospective. It will not affect this case. Now, this case would turn on its facts, and we did not file an appeal in time to prevent the final bout or the final award of the gold. If we had at that stage asked for an emergency hearing and then said that do not award the final gold or do not fix the medal tally, then possibly yes. Now what we are asking for is something unprecedented, which is a second silver medal. So the rules that is uncharted territory. Whether the court will go into uncharted territory or whether it will feel itself bound by earlier precedent, that is the real issue. Like just as your previous panelist said, or you yourself said, that the questions was what happens today you say it's 100, tomorrow if it's 102 grams.
Yes.
So once a line is drawn, it's a question of whether you fall on this side of the line or that side of the line. It may well have been that even you could have challenged the weighing machine itself, saying that the machine possibly had a faulty reading, try it on another machine and things like that. But like in sport, law is also a game where things have to be done timely. We may have missed some buses. Let us hope for the best. And in a few minutes, we will know whether Mr. Salve's considerable efforts and considerable legal skill brings us an extra medal.
Absolutely. I think, Sanjay, you've hit around a very significant point. And I do remember, Shilpi, the other day when we were discussing this story, we are just close to about 9.5 minutes now, before the verdict comes in, Shilpi. The Prime Minister tweets about the entire issue. He says that I've spoken to PT Usha. Till then, there was no word about anyone in the management there or the IOA even getting into action. So what Sanjay says makes a lot of sense. Because I also do know that when Vinesh did approach the Court of Arbitration, backed by the IOA later, she had two demands. The first demand was to allow her to participate in the final. That got rejected. The second one that was accepted by the Court of Arbitration was the awarding of the joint silver. So you believe that we possibly did lose some time and that could cost us a medal here now?
I think this case will go down in history as one of the most unfortunate cases. She came as close as she did, and the lapse of time is definitely something that has gone against her. In a case like this, every minute matters. Having said that, I think she could have in fact been given a chance to qualify for the finals because special circumstances call for special considerations. When she came in the first day, she was within the permissible weight. Certain circumstances which could be beyond her control, she fought 3 bouts. All these are circumstances which have to be looked into. In each case, I think it's not one size fits all. The circumstances will be different.
Yes.
And within a gap of 1 day, if she is gaining as much as she did, and a difference of not even 0.5, I would say 0.001%, in the alternative, she could have been given half an hour of grace time. These are considerations which are always, where there are rules, there is some kind of flexibility based on natural justice principles, based on exceptional circumstances, and which rule will be, diluted will depend on each new circumstance. And each case then becomes only illustrative. It can't be a precedent. It can only be illustrative for the future cases. But yes, one is that there were things which were beyond her control. She was trying to replenish the salts and all that. But what is even more glaring is what was her weight management team doing? It's a World Olympic which comes once in 4 years out of 144. What they are supposed to be responsible. They know how it works. There have been players who have reversed 4.5 kgs in 10 hours.
Absolutely.
And beyond her, there was a team. You see, her concentration is supposed to be totally on the game when she is playing. The other management is, there are experts who are supporting her. There is definitely a very, very strong lapse on their part, and they have a lot to answer for. Her career was at stake. And now, as far as the silver medal is concerned, once she was, within the permissible limit on the first day, and because of some circumstances, having fought 3 bouts, and the second day, there was excess of 0.001% or something like that, I think you should not deny her that silver medal at all. I think she could have qualified for the first had they acted swiftly. But the silver medal, you see, I think the logic should be that if you do something which doesn't go against anyone, but which can benefit somebody, sharing a silver medal, I think the other person should not object, because she was totally entitled on the day when she fought for the silver medal.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it will be extremely harsh.
Yes, I think legally speaking, both you, Shilpi, and Sanjay have raised some very good points. Sanjay, I think, wants to quickly intervene, then I'll just get Ranjit back into the conversation. Yes, Sanjay.
if her team had pulled her out saying that she was injured, she would have been entitled to the silver.
But Sanjay, then many people say, can you fake an injury?
No, the point is, if you are weighed and you think that you are going to miss the scale, then you say that I'm not fit for the fight. That's it. And the silver was yours for the asking. Now going all around after having missed several buses and then saying giving me a joint silver is like running after the horse after it has bolted.
Okay, could that have happened? I do not know, Ranjit. I know you want to quickly respond, but my team tells me we'll quickly head into a break. We are just close to about 4 minutes away from that big verdict, and we don't want to miss any bit of that significant verdict that's expected in the next few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just a little around 1 minute 18 seconds away from that big verdict on Vinesh Fogart. The Court of Arbitration expected to put out its verdict any time now. Possibly it could be an interim verdict. We could have a detailed verdict only much later. But this will give us a fair sense of whether Vinesh is getting her due silver medal or not. Before we had hit a break, I think, Sanjay had given us an interesting talking point about whether she could have withdrawn. The team could have taken a timely call, Ranjit, and said she's injured. At least her silver would have been secured. Is that possible, Ranjit? That could have happened?
Good evening, Deepti ma'am. Yes, ma'am, thank you for having me. Ma'am, there was a provision there where there was an interim ad hoc order which could have been passed. If she had actually just done, immediately after she was disqualified, she had gone there and she said, I want to cast. And there was a provision there actually, if she had gone there at that time, for the final to be stopped. And for this decision to be taken, and then the finals should happen, may she win the appeal. But that was not taken. So I think there was a little bit of, they got into action very, very late, only after the Prime Minister said and the country said, up in arms.
But Ranjit, apologies, I'm interrupting you here. I think we have just touched 9:30, so I'll tell our viewers any moment now, I think we'll be hearing that verdict from the Court of Arbitration. Ranjit, if this could have been done, this could have ensured that we would have got the silver for Vinesh. Why didn't we do it?
I think the lack of knowledge from the IOC reps, because they only started going around looking for stuff after this was done. And I think they even got the big legal minds and everybody else later on, because earlier I heard they had done pro bono lawyers of the IOC to be representing us. Pro bono basically means, people who are doing it for free because they want to help. Yeah. So then I think we made a big hue and cry about it. That's when our big guns were sent, which should have been done from minute one, because there should be a different team handling this. That suppose there's a legal kind of a thing which happens in the Olympics, which is very much possible. This is what the line of action should be. It should be a pre-decided set of actions to be taken. If anything like that happens, not only the pros, the cons as well. And it can be from now even for a legal thing. It can be for a medical emergency. It can be for somebody being banned. There should have been set criteria for that. That's how we need to prepare even. And by the way, the athletes have a plan A, plan B, plan C.
Absolutely.
The IOC also need to have a plan A, plan B, plan C.
So aren't they then to be blamed? I will take that question to Kripa Shankarji in just a moment. I quickly want to touch base with our colleague Karishma, who's joining us right now from Paris. Karishma, what's the update? Any word that we've heard from the Court of Arbitration? It's already 9:30.
Well, yes, Deepti, we are trying to track the Court of Arbitration of Sports website where the order is expected to be uploaded. But up until now, there has been no update as to what is going to happen as far as Vinesh Fogart's verdict is concerned. It has obviously crossed the deadline now, which was of a 24-hour extension, 6 p.m. local time, 9:30 p.m. IST. But we are continuously tracking, the link where the order is expected to be uploaded. And the moment it is there, we are, of course, going to be breaking it on times now.
Karishma, before I actually take this conversation back to our panel of guests, there's a significant point that Sanjay Hegde just mentioned. He said, why did we not say that she was injured? she decided to move away from the game and ensured her silver. If that was possible, because I also realized that there was a lot of time that we lost till the Prime Minister intervened, no, Karishma, into this. Till then, I mean, I do not know whether the agencies, you know, the people around with her, the management there was even aware of the rules that we could have saved the silver, we could have done something, Karishma.
Well, Deepti, I don't think there was any way of saving the silver because in order to have the silver, Vinesh Fogart would have to stand on the mat. Even if she said that she was injured or she had a medical certificate saying that, she would still have to go in for the weigh-in. She would still have to give her weight. So there was no way of getting the silver.
Okay, so are you saying that even if she would have gone for the weigh-in?
Even to understand is, Deepti,
yes.
I have a breaking news for you at this moment. CAS has extended time till August 13 for, it has
extended time. It wants more time, Karishma.
We are waiting to get confirmation.
Yes. Why? Please read out what we have. What's the information?
Well, Deepti, I am waiting for that information. We had that official message from the Indian Olympic Association. That message has just been deleted. But what I could see in a glance was that the CAS has extended the time till the 13th of August. So we'll have to wait and see what happens up until then. But we are waiting for the official message to be put up again because as I can see right now, the message has been deleted. But from what I understand, the time has been extended.
Okay, so you're saying that there is a message that comes out from the IOA that actually indicated that possibly there is an extension till the 13th. That means even after the games are over. But now apparently, Karishma, that message has been deleted. Is there any way that we can still make a few calls and figure out, Karishma, what possibly has happened? Why is we, looking at an extension again?
Well, yes, Deepti, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Once we have a confirmation that August 13 is the extension date and that they have asked for an extension because we had that message. But like I said, that message has just been deleted. I'm waiting for another message to come through and then we'll see what happens next.
Okay, so what I'll do, Karishma, is I'll just let you go for the moment so that you can make a call or two and figure out, what is the update? Do we have a confirmation that, yes, it has been now deferred till at least 13th or not? Arunil, I'm just going to come back to you also in a moment. I want to take this back quickly to Sanjay Hegde, to Shilpi, and to our entire panel of guests, Kripa Shankarji, Ranjit and Shimon here. Sanjay, in all likelihood, like Karishma just said, apparently there is a message that comes in first from the IOA talking of possibly the decision getting deferred till the 13th. Then the message is deleted. Something is happening, Sanjay. If it is a straight no, should it take so much time?
Well, the fact that they're thinking about it makes me more hopeful. But the fact that they did not upload it within the 24 hours and we were expecting it at 9:30, that tells me that obviously that they've asked for an extension. Whether that extension is till the 13th or for one more day or something of that kind, we do not know. And judges sometimes ask for extensions for all kinds of reasons. Your stenographer doesn't turn up, you've dictated it, you do have to ask for an extension. So let's not overthink this case. As of now, the judges have still not delivered judgment and we can only speculate.
Yes, so we'll not speculate, but yes, we'll keep praying because prayers, I think, can move mountains at times. कृपा शंकर जी, खबर ये आ रही है कि शायद डिफर हो गया है, कुछ और समय चाहिए कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन को इस पूरे मसले को देखने के लिए। लेकिन क्या इसका कम से कम ये मतलब है कि कुछ मेरिट तो है, जो विनेश ने और हमारी टीम ने पूरा आर्गुमेंट रखा है उसमें मेरिट है, और एक ही नहीं कई ऐसे लोग हैं जो बार बार ये सवाल उठा रहे हैं कि इस तरह के रूल्स को रिविजिट किया जाए, दोबारा से देखा जाए।
बिल्कुल किया जा सकता है, यहीं से नियमों में बदलाव हो सकता है। पूरी दुनिया में UWW के इन नियमों की हंसी उड़ रही है और दुनिया के सर्वश्रेष्ठ पहलवान इस पे आवाज उठा रहे हैं कि इस नियम को बदलना चाहिए। आप फाइनलिस्ट, 2 पहलवान अगर फाइनल में पहुंच गए हैं, फिर उसके बाद उनका वजन देखने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, क्योंकि 6 तारीख जितनी भी कार्रवाई है उसने ये सारी वैलिड थी और सबको हरा के फाइनल में पहुंची है, तो नेक्स्ट डे वजन देखने का कोई औचित्य बनता नहीं है। रेपेचिक और ब्रॉन्ज मेडल के लिए वो पहलवान भिड़ेंगे आपस में, उनका जरूर वजन देखा जा सकता है। तो लेकिन UWW के जो रूल्स होते हैं ना, वो ये कहते हैं कि जो फर्स्ट डे वजन होता है, अगर आप उसमें मेडिकल दे रहे हैं तो फिर आपको लास्ट रैंकिंग में रखा जाएगा। तो सेकंड डे जो वजन दे रहे हैं तो उसमें भी वही प्रक्रिया अपनाई जाएगी, चाहे आप फाइनल में पहुंच गए हो।
ठीक है, लेकिन कृपा शंकर जी, आप एक और सवाल का जवाब दीजिए जो शिल्पी ने उठाया था अभी, और उसके बाद में शिमोन और रंजीत दोनों के पास भी आती हूँ। शिल्पी ये कहती है कि सिर्फ एक एथलीट की जिम्मेदारी तो नहीं होती है, एथलीट की ये भी जिम्मेदारी है कि अपनी फिटनेस पे ध्यान रखे, अच्छी गेम खेले, मैट पे बढ़िया खेले, देश को मेडल जिताए। बट लेकिन जो सारा सपोर्ट स्टाफ है, चाहे वो न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट हो, अब तमाम जो बाकी लोग हैं जो आपका वेट मैनेज करते हैं, वेट पर निगाह रखते हैं कि आप क्या खा रहे हैं, क्या पी रहे हैं, क्या उनसे कोई सवाल नहीं पूछा जाएगा?
देखिए, मैं 2009 से जब विनेश 16 साल की थी, वो पहली अंतरराष्ट्रीय स्तर पर खेली थी। 2009 में जब वो 16 साल वाले बच्चों की कुश्ती होती है जो कैडेट में, जब मैं नेशनल टीम का कोच था, और विनेश का वजन पूना में आयोजित एशियन चैंपियनशिप में नहीं आ रहा था, और उस दौरान मैंने उसकी कमर पे 2 घूंसे भी मारे। देखो, आज विनेश को कोई हाथ नहीं लगा सकता। तो कई बार क्या होता है, कंट्री के लिए, नेशन के लिए, वो एक यानी कोच और रेसलर्स का आपस में इतना ज्यादा गहरा रिश्ता हो जाता है कि आप उसको डरा भी सकते हैं, धमका भी सकते हैं, बहला फुसला के उसका किसी भी तरह वजन लाना था। तो सपोर्टिंग स्टाफ की बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी होती है कि उसका वजन क्यों नहीं आया, क्योंकि डाइटिशियन साथ होते हैं, कोच साथ होता है, और पूरी रात, यानी कि आपके पास में 12 घंटे हैं, 12 घंटे में आप वेट रिड्यूस कर सकते थे। लेकिन कई बार खिलाड़ी क्या होता है कि हमने देखा है कि नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर खिलाड़ी है ना, फाइनल मैच पहुंचने के बाद में अपना मैच छोड़ देते हैं, या कई बार वजन नहीं लाते हैं। इस तरह की परंपराओं से इसलिए गुजरते हैं क्योंकि वहां पे नाडा वाले भी आ जाते हैं, नेशनल एंटी डोपिंग एजेंसी। तो कई बार डोप का कलंक से बचने के लिए भी खिलाड़ी करते हैं। मैं यहाँ विनेश के लिए ये बात नहीं कह रहा हूं, लेकिन कई बार ऐसी भी समस्याएं आती है। तो इन सब स्थितियों से निपटने के लिए कोई अच्छा नियम बनाना चाहिए UWW को।
अब नियम पे ही चर्चा हो रही है, अभी भी क्लैरिटी नहीं है कि क्या एक्सटेंशन हो चुका है, एक्सटेंशन कितने समय का है, इतना समय क्यों लग रहा है। अब शिल्पी, what is your reading of what possibly has happened so far? What have been the kind of arguments that have been made by, Vinesh and the entire team, saying that this was a fair play, not anything foul. She did not commit any act of fraud. This was, her body possibly looking at a recovery. What do we know about this? Shilpi, make sense of what you've heard so far.
The fact that there is an extension, I'm hoping that it is because there is some gray area. The judges are not very clear one way or the other. So I'm just hoping it will go in our favor. Now, as far as the rules are concerned, I think they really need to be re-looked into, because the fact that when she qualified for the silver, she was within the permissible weight limit. So applying it retrospectively, even when she, is going to the next level, there has to be some kind of a relook in that. And there have been cases where after the disqualification has been reversed, even in cases where there was allegation of fraud. In her case, it is not alleged that she gained any unfair advantage, or, it was just some very unfortunate circumstances, and by minuscule point, 1% or less than 1%, maybe 0.25% of the actual weight, or even less than that. So in these cases, I'm sure the judges will look at it with a large heart and kind of consider granting some kind of grace or some kind of mercy, because otherwise it will go down in history as not only just unfortunate, indeed a very harsh kind of instance where nothing could be done to reverse what has happened.
And, though this is still coming in through sources here, Ranjit, that the CS decision on Vinesh Phogat's appeal against disqualification from the Olympic finals has been deferred till August the 13th. This is also even after the game the game's really close. That's the breaking right now that we have a confirmation on. A story first here tracked by Karishma. And remember, as she was having this conversation with us here on the channel, she actually did say that she's got that message. That message later gets deleted. But that is the confirmation now coming in that the judgment stands postponed till the 13th. So this means that the judgment is expected only once the games close on the 11th. We'll try and see if we can get Karishma and Arunil back with us. Arunil, why should this be taking time? You know, and also till even the games get closed. Earlier it was like, what the initial indication was that before the games close, we'll have a verdict. Then it was that it has taken an extension of 24 hours. Now it has been deferred till the 13th. Arunil?
Well, considering that it is taking more time now, whether there is more hope that it might go in the favor of Vinesh Phogat, because according to several sports administrators, in fact, Adil Subadiwala also had said that probably there is no chance for Vinesh Phogat, because such a case has happened in the past wherein athletes, particularly in contact sport, who contest in weight categories, whenever they are found to be overweight, disqualification immediately takes place. But in the case of Vinesh Phogat, how the case has been presented by Mr. Haris Salve as well as by the IOA, how the communication has been made by...
Yes, Arunil, just give me a moment. I'm told Karishma is back. She's joining us live from Paris. Karishma, what can you tell us?
Well, Deepti, what I can tell you is, first we were being told that it is 13th August, but I have now official confirmation and I'm going to read out to you breaking development. The ad hoc division of the Court of Arbitration for Sports has extended time till 6 p.m. on August 11th, 2024 for the sole arbitrator, Honorable Dr. Annabel Bennett, in the Vinesh Phogat versus United World Wrestling and the International Olympic Committee to issue a decision. The reasoned order will be issued at a later date. So now 24 hours more. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., 9:30 p.m. is IST is when we can expect an order in the Vinesh Phogat versus the UWW case. This is what we are being told, and this is a big development. There were already a 24-hour extension and now another 24-hour extension has been given.
Karishma, why? I mean, have you been able to speak to absolutely anyone to understand what is causing this delay?
Well, yes, you know, what I have been learning from my sources is that there are possibly one or two more questions that have been asked of Vinesh's lawyers, and they probably need time to answer those questions, and that is why 24 hours more have been sought. There was initially some confusion where we were being told that it is going to be 13th August, but then, you know, in earlier the Court of Arbitration for Sport has said that before the end of Olympics, they are going to give an order, and now they are standing by that. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. local time is when the closing ceremony is starting. So one can expect that before that, the order will be coming on the Vinesh Phogat versus the UWW case. And from what I understand, obviously there's some more information sought, there's some more questions sought, but you know, more the delay, more the hope of a shared silver increases.
But you know, Karishma, there is another way to look at this. You know what Sanjay actually just indicated, that maybe we are just raising our hopes. You know, this is normal, this is routine, because clearly whatever the court today decides could have huge ramifications, not just on Vinesh's case, but I think elsewhere also. And is this going to be retrospective? You know, keeping in mind that these are changes we'll be looking going ahead. What about Vinesh's case, the case in point?
Sport has extended the deadline.
Deepti, let's look at it in this way. There is a wrestler, Rei Higuchi. He was fighting in Tokyo Olympics. It was his home Olympics, and there he was 50 grams overweight. He couldn't fight and he had to let go of his weight category. Today in Paris 2024, he has won the gold medal. And when Vinesh wrote that tweet of her retirement, it was Rei Higuchi who quote tweeted it and said that I understand where Vinesh is coming from. We should rise from our setbacks. Don't let the voices around us affect us. So this is not the first time that something like this has happened in wrestling. Like I said, if we go completely by rule book, then it looks like an open and shut case that we weren't within the rules, and that is why the silver won't be given. But that is not what Vinicius' lawyers have fought on. They have fought on the fundamental rights and the physical integrity of the athlete and of a person's life as a sportswoman. So obviously all of that put together must have made for some interesting arguments, and that is why time after time has been sought. We were told the 24 hours today, extension was there 6 p.m. today, and now there is another 24-hour extension. Tomorrow 6 p.m. is when we are being told that an interim order will come, and the reasoned order, whatever the interim order is going to be, the reasons to back it up will come up at a later date, because the immediate need is to tell us whether a shared silver is going to be given or not.
And I know, Karishma, that this is speculation, but there are so many viewers watching this broadcast who want me to ask you one question. That if, the court has to say a no, will it be seeking an extension? Clearly, we're obviously being very, very hopeful because this is our medal, this is our Vinicius medal. But to say no, should the court be looking at least 2 extensions back to back, or there is more to the story?
Yes, Deepthi, we have to understand that I'm sure the judge who is, presiding over this case wants to be very, very sure of the order that she's going to pass, and she doesn't want anything to be left to say. So she must have more questions that must have been asked about the arbitrators. We were told earlier that, footage of Vinicius' bouts were also sought by, the judge presiding over the case. So obviously there must have been more questions. Whether it is a yes or a no is obviously we'll have to wait till 6 p.m. tomorrow and then understand what exactly the interim decision is going to be. But yes, like I said, more the delay, the hopes of a shared silver increase. But we will really have to wait and see, because the rule book is very, very strict. And one thing that probably goes against Vinicius, that these rules weren't made in this Olympics. They have been followed for very, very long, from tournament to tournament, and this is something that UWW has argued and has been backed by the International Olympic Committee. So it's really on the points that India has stood its ground, which is, like I said, the fundamental rights and the physical integrity of the athlete and what happens. And we were speaking to some wrestling coaches yesterday as well, and they said that probably even if it doesn't go in Vinicius' favor, maybe there will be a decision or an interim order that could help us better the next Olympic cycle. Like for now there are 12 hours, maybe they will take into consideration that 12 hours are less, and then for LA 2028 the rules could change and they could give you 14 hours or 16 hours or whatever they think is better, or set up a committee to look into the rules again. So a lot of it is possible. Maybe they are looking into these deliberations as well as to what they can do for future to better the life of athletes, because wrestling is very, very hard, and we've seen what these athletes do to bring their weight down. And the entire medical teams are involved. So obviously I think the judge is wanting to be very, very sure before the order is given. And like I said, my sources have confirmed that 2 or 3 questions have been asked, and that is why another extension has been sought.
Okay, Karishma, I'll let you go only for now to figure out what really are these questions, because that possibly again could give an indication of which way things possibly are moving. We are full of hope. We really hope and pray that there could be some miracle and she gets what she deserves. I'll just let you go briefly, but then I have just enough time to go back to our panel of guests who've been very patiently waiting and take their last comments as we've come towards the fag end of the show. Kripa Shankarji, Shilpi, Ranjit and Shimon continue to stay with us. Kripa Shankarji, क्या लगता है आपको? अब समझ ये आ रहा है कि हो सकता है कल ये वर्डिक्ट आए, फिलहाल यही इंडिकेशन है. क्या उम्मीद लगाएंगे हम लोग? क्या कुछ बदलेगा या वही सब रूल्स चलेंगे और विनेश को जो उसका सिल्वर है वो मिल पाएगा, नहीं मिल पाएगा?
देखिए, पूरे देश की दुआएं हैं और अब दुआओं का काम है, और कोर्ट अगर समय ले रही है तो निश्चित रूप से विनेश की बातों में बड़ा दम है और पूरी दुनिया ये चाहती है, तो कोर्ट भी भावनाएं भी देखती है, क्योंकि खेल सब सौहार्द बढ़ा रहे. तो ओलंपिक की स्थापना भी इसीलिए हुई है कि सारे एक ही मंच पे खेलें और सौहार्द बढ़ा रहे. तो निश्चित रूप से कोई अच्छी खबर कल मिलेगी.
चलिए, अच्छी खबर मिलेगी, इंतजार है. Ranjit, what is your reading of the entire situation, everything that you have seen and heard so far?
And we all, as Indians, hoping and praying that it goes in our favor. But as we all know, the Olympics and everything in the Olympics is decided by milliseconds and that's a huge thing. And you've seen races being decided by milliseconds, and that's no excuse. So because that's what rules are, maybe like you said very rightly, that this may have an effect for all future athletes, and this may be a case law which all people are going to expect. Even the future athletes are going to be thanking Vinesh Phogat for this, because she might just be saving a lot of other athletes from the same ignominy that she went through. We can just hope for the best, but bringing back to that point, ma'am, we have to be better. Our support staff have to be better, because that is their only job. Our only job of the support staff is to support the athlete. And I really think, yes, there are two things in life, results and reasons don't count. And the result was we lost a medal because she was 100 grams overweight. And that thing was supposed to be only, and like Kripa Shankar sir said, he knows everything he's talking about. That is the only prime job of the nutritionist or whoever there was to look at this. And she had a lot of people there. So it has to be a proper inquiry. Not only, we're not assigning the blame to them. What we are trying to do is making sure that this never happens to us again. We have to learn from our...
Yes.
We have to learn.
Yes. And I think what Shilpi also said makes a lot of sense. You know, if we reacted late, we lost time. And also now Sanjay is not on the panel right now. But he also has said a lot of interesting things. Shilpi, I'll give you the last word. But before that, Shimon, you know, clearly expectations are that the silver is going to be restored. But do you believe that time has come for rules not just to be flexible, but also to be a bit more realistic? And not just tell us that because they believe that this is how it's going to be, we should just accept it. You know, India has fought the case. India has gone ahead and said, no, we do not accept this because this is, you know, against the spirit of the game, sportsmanship.
Absolutely. They need to have a look at the rules, not just for wrestling, but for all other sport. I'm sure these are very old rules that were written when modern technology and modern Olympics was not there. They need to have a relook at the rules. They need to be made more player friendly. And I would quickly also, you know, make this point about and agree with my co-panelists that the support staff really needs to be professional. I saw last night's fight, Aman Sherawat's nose was bleeding, and there was no doctor to attend him. And that was a very painful sight because see, these athletes at the Olympics, as I mentioned before also, they work very hard. A lot of blood and sweat goes into making an Olympian and reaching that level. And it only is fair to back them up with a very professional team of support staff. In Vinesh's case, if had the nutritionist and the dietitians who draw a huge salary or a professional fee to be there and support the athlete, had they acted more professionally, I think we would have seen her in the final.
Yes, I'll just give the last 30 seconds to Shilpi before we close.
I think the biggest lesson we should take from this particular instance is that please match the team of experts with the world-class performance of the athlete. Have the same kind of efficiency, same kind of caliber, because it's a team effort. The athlete alone cannot do beyond a point. There are certain responsibilities which are left to the team, and they must match international standards, whatever it takes to match that. And the athlete should not suffer because of that. Her sacrifice should not go wasted just because other athletes have been able to reverse 4.5 kgs in 10 hours.
Yes,
so there was certainly somewhere where these heads must roll, and some questions need to be answered as far as our expert team is concerned.
Okay, so it's been a good note to end that conversation on, only with a promise that we'll keep you on top of the story. And Shilpi and all gentlemen, maybe we'll see all of you tomorrow again. Tomorrow on the same time, there'll be more clarity on what happens. Till then, we continue to pray. For Vinesh, thank you for watching. Good night.